Hello and welcome back to Dead or Alive Kayaking. It occurred to me this afternoon that we do a lot of fishing and we'll explain what baits we're using and stuff like that, but there may be some people watching who lack the general knowledge, you know, the basic beginner knowledge. So I thought, well, we'll just make a video with some tips for people who are starting to fish and learning how. And to do that, I have gone to the pinnacle, the tippy top of the fishing world. And I'm talking to Easton and Austin. And we're going to get some fishing tips from the pros, from the experts today. So guys, what do you think is the most important thing for somebody that's just learning how to go fishing? Right off the top of your head.
Know what they're doing.
Know what you're doing. There you go. And what are they doing?
They're fishing, so like they know if they know, like, I can't really explain it.
So you just have to have that fisherman's instinct. Is that what you're saying? Okay. What else? Huh? What was the question again? What is your advice for somebody who's just learning how to fish? What's the most important thing they need to know how to do?
They need to know how to cast it to get fish.
You have to cast it to get fish. So when you're casting it to get fish, what are you thinking? What's running through your mind when you're casting?
I don't know.
Again, just that fisherman's killer instinct, huh? Okay, so
like, you get to watch how far it goes, and then you just gotta think how big fish you catch because of how far you've gone.
you have to think how big a fish you catch because of how far the cast is.
Yeah,
Okay.
because like then you can go.
This is good stuff, folks. Pay attention.
When Bubba, Big Brother caught that fish, it broke his fishing pole, and now the bobber is stuck in the water. It's right
Stuck
over
in
there.
the water, right over there. I see it floating.
Me too.
So
That poor green little guy.
when you're fishing out there, how do you catch the fish? What makes the fish bite your hook?
Bait.
Bait. And what do you use for bait?
Bread worms, fish, worms, bait crickets, or any food. Crickets. Any food and rubber stuff and all that.
Food and rubber stuff and all that.
You can trick it by his cricket. It's rubber.
A rubber cricket.
But then you lost legs.
Honey, write this down, a rubber cricket. I've been doing it wrong all these years. Okay, so you said bread and worms and rubber crickets and real crickets. Is that right?
Yeah.
And
Bread is the most important thing because last time when we were feeding the fish at the dock in that circle, they really eat it, and now the ducks are eating seaweed.
the ducks are eating the seaweed.
Exactly.
When you're going fishing, what kind of place do you look for to catch the fish at?
Water.
Water.
With fish in it.
Water. That's water with fish in it. Okay. And what kind of area do you look for?
Wait, I know a big area with water and fish in it. A big area with salt water.
With salt water?
It doesn't have to be just salt water. There's a lot of fish in salt water at the beach.
Okay. And so when you're looking for like an area with water and fish in it now, do you look for, you know, like certain kinds of structure, or, you know, are you looking for trees in the water or bushes or?
Well, kind of like bushes, because when I caught that big, what's that fish called again?
The shellcracker?
Yeah, the shellcracker. When I caught that big shellcracker fish over there in that bush, it didn't want to go close in the water out of that bush, and me and Pops tricked him by shooting it so far in the bush, and then the fish got the bait, and then we caught it.
Okay, so when you've got your rod and reel and you've got your line rigged up and you got bait on there and you throw it out there, what happens then?
Then you just wait for a fish to come, and then you catch a fish. Papa had to wait.
You just wait for them to come and then catch them. And how do you catch them?
Like you have to reel it in. You have to like do your fishing rod like you're making the fish come out of the water, like how you go bam.
Oh, okay, bam. Okay. And then what do you do?
And then you just keep on reeling until you finally got it up to the top.
Okay. And what happens, what do you do? Like, let's say you've got your line rigged up and you got your bait on there and you throw it out there and the fish doesn't come. Then what?
Then you have to just find a different place.
Find a
different place, like in the deep end or something, because deep end is where a lot of fish. So what if you fish in it?
Because what? The deep end what?
The deep end is where a lot of fish is.
The deep end is where a lot of fish is.
I seen it in the sea.
When you catch the fish, what do you do with them then?
Then you either let them go or keep them. You like keep them as a pet. You keep them to eat, or you let them go.
Keep them as a pet, keep them to eat, or you let them go. And what makes you decide which one to do? I mean, how do you decide which one to eat and which one to keep as a pet and which one to let go?
You just think which one you want.
Ah.